Yeah, I can. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Arella, for joining us. Um, in the first quarter, Takia getting injured, obviously, you could see she was in a lot of pain, and I could see you were visibly upset. What did you see, and what emotionally did that? What sort of impact did that have on you?
Um, Shoot, I'm still a little shook up about it. It kind of brings memories back from 2 years ago. The same exact thing happened in practice. Um, and I really I felt her pain because me and we've been here 4 years together, and you know, we fight all day, every day in practice. We battle with each other, but at the end of the day, that's really my sister, and she knows that. She actually just texted me a couple minutes ago, but I knew I had to keep the composure of this team, and I couldn't let that affect each and every one of us. So we prayed about it. We prayed for her. We know she's gonna be good, and I feel like we really fought hard for her today. I think we made her proud because we know, a lot of things could have been done differently with her energy, and it was definitely missed today.
Mike, anything for Arella?
Yes, Arella, can you hear me?
Hmm.
At the end of the game, it looked like Arella, you went down yourself right within the last few seconds, but you seem to get up. Are you okay now?
Oh yeah, I'm good. It was just overwork cramp. That was really it. I felt it coming on, so once Zippy tried to pull me up, I knew it was coming. So I just needed to stretch it out for a second and get back focused because I knew, you know, the game still wasn't over. We still had a couple of possessions left that we could done differently, and gave us a chance to win still.
Yeah, you finished with 33 points and 10 rebounds. I think you hit some really difficult shots, which was great to see after your game a couple nights ago when you were a little bit on the cold side. Um, I assume you never lost your confidence shooting.
Oh no, I don't think I'm ever gonna lose my confidence shooting because I know the amount of work I put in. Um, Me and my teammates, we were in the gym yesterday working on that stuff. Every single play that we worked on did today and panned out today was worked on last night. And I really think, the people I was with last night, they stepped up big for us today. Mael was huge today. Erica was huge today. So everything, I know confidence is preparation, and I won't lose it because I know I always prepare.
We'll go to Tim next.
Hey, Arella, I know that the team kind of struggled a little bit today with the 55. You guys were kind of trying to establish that on defense. What was part of the problem, and what adjustments are you guys going to make trying to go forward? Because I know Maryland had kind of uh, did a similar thing where they weren't going with a 55, but they were kind of doing a half-court press. So what was the team struggling with, in your opinion, on the court with that?
I think once we kind of lost Mac, we had to invert a lot of positions. So people were thrown into a lot of places where they weren't used to being in. So it really was just, we were just fighting as much as we could. And I think for the first time, Diamond did a great job. She's not normally in that position. Mayel's not, she's usually in the back trapping with me. And Erica, she's never played anywhere close to 55 at all, So I think it was just we didn't have the chemistry there on that 55 today.
Dom, did you have one more for Arella, or was that it?
Yeah, I've got one more. Arella, you guys were a few points away from knocking off a top 25 team really early in the season. I know you didn't complete the job, but what does this do for your team to have this experience against a top 25 team early on, especially for a team that's as young as yours?
Um, I think it just is another step towards our growth, really. I think we all came in and we know we have really talented people. We have a very talented team, and we all understand that we only beat ourselves. And I think today it was proof that we can actually beat ourselves. Doing the little things, emphasizing like backside rebounds and, get into the middle in the 55 and not playing a certain pass. It's little stuff like that, and I think it came to life today. So I feel like if we, watch where we had our mistakes and we just get back to them in practice and emphasize it and really work on the little things, I think we're going to be really dangerous. I think this today was just a test for us. Now we know we can put up points. Offense is not going to really be a problem for us. It's going to be our defense and how we execute off of that.
All right, thank you, Arella. We're going to let you get out of here. We're going to talk to Coach here.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, if you could start us off with your opening statement, how you saw the game playing out today and maybe the key factor to what swang it in Maryland's direction. And then if you can give us the best update you can on Takia.
Okay, the update that we have on Takia is that she it looks like she may have dislocated her shoulder. And that's as close as we can get on that. It's not that something like that hasn't happened before. It just means that there's a more of elasticity in her shoulder, and that's what's happened. I really didn't see it before that accident, but it was extremely painful, and it causes her ligaments to again be stretched. Our doctor, our radiologist, is looking at this, and it could be something that's out for a while, and then again, she might be much better, in another week and a half. So that's what we know with T-Baby. And of course it affects us a lot because we had young people that played and hadn't played. I don't know, as an example, that
If we can have you move a little bit closer to the microphone. We're just having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open up the questions now. Dom Savino is going to get us started.
Hi, Coach. I want to ask you about the second half. What was the reason? What did you see that allowed Maryland to get out to some big leads in both quarters? And what did Rutgers do? What did your team do to claw back in both times?
I think that we just became discombobulated. What that means is that time, as we talked about this, time, situation, score. When we needed to take control and guarantee ourselves a certain shot and a certain person taking it, and it came down to the execution at that particular point. And I think that given that we had two true freshmen in there, and they did an outstanding job. I mean, they really did. We were happy with the work that they've done. But again, as Arella said, it spoke to us not being not a finished team right now. It spoke to us knowing that we could have done a whole heck of a lot better and that we could be better. And so it gave us a great deal of confidence going forward. And we know what the problem is, and the problem came up as inexperience in that particular situation. We haven't had, this is like, what, the third game that we've had this season? And with that said, then we didn't have a whole heck of a lot of time to be put in those situations where we needed to execute in a timely manner with seconds that are ticking off the clock, and the execution of where those passes are. But I really truly believe that both of our point guards have a great sense of what happened, and they will now they will do a better job of addressing those things. But I thought that we as a group did a really nice job of keeping our composure. But the few times that we did get disoriented a bit, it showed up, and that's where they got a couple points. But it wasn't because we were lacking on anything, on the zone side of things. It wasn't that. It was just they hit shots and we didn't.
We're going to go to Tim next, and then Mike after that.
Hey, Coach, I have two quick questions for you. Number one, I was hoping if you could talk a little about Taya Singleton's play a little bit. I know that she pulled some extended minutes today, and I know that it's a new role for her in a sense, going back to last year, being on the floor that long and really kind of having to step up down low. So I was wondering if you could kind of talk about that. And then also, I know that the 55 full court defense never really was a factor this afternoon. You guys were never really able to establish that. So what were some of the reasonings behind not being able to have that play a major role in the game, and what adjustments are you going to make going forward to have that be more of a consistent theme for you guys?
What Taya, I think that what Arella said, because we had to play people out of positions. For example, the person that's normally on the ball was T-Baby. And so she's able to track the ball, be on a ball, track it, and then recover at the half-court level, and then she got a lot of those steals. We don't have T-Baby today. So, it's not that for lack of effort, because Taya did have a number of extended minutes, but she's not T-Baby. And so did she get into the trap? Yes, she did get into the trap. But it was different. I mean, probably of all the positions that we have, the one that we lack in terms of depth is that 4 and 5, and that's what showed up. I mean, I'm happy with Taya, who's gotten better, and she did have a number of extended minutes, and I'm trusting that she is going to continue to do that. But she really has played her role extremely well. But she's played it with an upperclassman, and that is T-Baby being that senior beside her. And so they sort of, feed off of each other. And I think that T-Baby, which is the question that I was asking today, so who's going to step up? Who's going to step up and take her spot? And that's hard to do. But I can promise you that we're going to step up and everybody's going to fill in. I am extremely proud of the way our team responded. We did a great job of not being down. We dealt with the hand that has been dealt us, and we didn't drop our heads and go into a fear mode. We just stuck it out and said, hey, we're going to play. And so the things that happened aren't suspect. Like a couple times, they shifted defensively. We shifted and didn't recover. It's things that we know what to do. We really do know what to do, but it's not insurmountable. It made a difference with the score, but it would have been so much better had we had the injury sooner. Then we could have, we would have known how to adjust in a much better way. But oh man, this is a monster. This is amazing. The whole thing is crazy.
We'll go to Mike next.
Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I'm looking at the stats. You actually outshot Maryland from the field, outshot them from the three, outshot them from the free throw line, but it looks like where things went haywire was they got double the amount of free throws, and the points off of turnovers were greatly in their advantage. So I'm assuming you had to be happy with the shooting. It's just that with T-Baby out, you couldn't go to your press as you would normally do, and players playing out of position kind of became a big factor. But can you talk about the free throws? They went 31 times, you went 14 times. Was something you were disappointed with, or something you expected when you're playing from behind?
Unfortunately, we expect that most of the time. It should not have been, but that's the way that is. But even so, I think that with us having taken, more foul shots, or they took more foul shots, that's normal. But I can tell you that we would have taken more foul shots had we been able to play the 55. We were missing the 55. We were missing it on the first part of the trap. The first part of the trap was too slow or not there, period, at the beginning, because that's when we should have gotten into the trap. But we didn't get into the trap position, and it's no one's fault as much as it is it's no one's fault as much as it is we just were playing out of position. We were playing out of position. And so when we have a person that plays that two, and all of a sudden, and that's considered a two spot for us, it wasn't the same person. And then a couple of times, I think when we didn't get to the spot quick enough, what happened is that we had an exchange between the 2 point guards, and they went ahead and took the switch, and I don't think that they understood why they should not have taken the switch, because and that's the reason that athletes need to be, in this situation, it need to be long and tall. That's what happened.
Speaking of long and tall, what's the status of your 6'6" freshman? I think her name is Endor. Is she slowly getting into?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I know. I see her too, and that's the best thing I can say. I see her. I see her.
Julia Maddox, is she soon to come back?
Well, no, Julia is probably not going to come back this year. She, unfortunately, the day that we were coming back, she experienced another issue with her hip, which is why.
No, sorry to hear.
Yeah, that's an issue that we had, really all last year. And so she played a little bit. She gave us sparks of happiness and joy, and we believed that she was going to be okay. But she didn't, and we actually had her seen by the same doctor that is dealing with the football coach at Alabama, those players.
Wow.
So I mean, she's from Alabama, and so the person who has been working on the players from Alabama actually has seen her. It's just that, she's what they call a real strange kind of issue that she has. So she's probably out for the year. And in the meantime, T-Baby, it's bad, that I wish that we could have had her a lot longer, and she could come back and help us. And maybe she can. We just not be done with it yet. So it's strange, the way that all this happened. And so the most telltale sign of all of that is the fact that we got an injury, and we don't have any room for any kind of injuries at this particular point.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have with Coach. Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and for you four for continually joining our press conferences here and catching up with us. We appreciate you all.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.